Okay, right, so we've done our headers and footers now. So now we need to set our text to a serif font. So remember, the serif fonts are the ones that are kind of old-fashioned looking. And the sans serif, okay, added the sans, is basically modern. So it says, set all the text to serif font. Okay, so right now, this is set on a sans serif font, okay, which is Arial. So a serif font is any old-fashioned font. The one I mostly use is Times New Roman. Okay, so Times New Roman, as you can see, it's the old one because it looks like it's got the tails on the letters. Sans serif for things like Arial rounded for Dana and so on. So please don't go for anything ridiculous like this one. Okay, so I stick to two fonts. I stick to Times New Roman and I stick to Arial, and you cannot go wrong. Okay, don't go for anything like Comic Sans or anything like that. Okay, so Times New Roman's fine. Obviously you can choose whatever ones you want, but try to just be sensible. Now it says set all the text except in a table to 1.5 line spacing. So I'm going to scroll down a bit here and I'm going to select all this text here. Okay, here we are, and it's 1.5 line spacing. So you go to paragraph and line spacing 1.5. No, that's double. 1.5. There we are. There you have it. Okay, so make the all the text left aligned. Oh dear, for some reason it hasn't selected. Oh, sorry, my mouse is incredibly sensitive. I mean, my little finger might have barely touched the pad and messed things up, so just got to go back there and select my 1.5 line spacing. There we go. And all the text is left aligned. So you can see here it's justified. So left aligned. There we go. Okay. So set all the font sizes for all of the text. So it says all of the text at 12 point. So I'm going to select absolutely everything because it doesn't say except the table. So just make sure it is left aligned. And all of the text here is 12 point. There we go, 12 point, 1.5 line spaced. So now it says move the text, although as a nation we are one of largest tea consumers. So you can either look for it, or what you can do is you can do a Control F, which may be quicker. Control F is find. So I'm going to select although as a nation. There we go. It's found it right away. One result. Okay, there we are. So although as a nation, pause quite manageable for. Okay, so changing this is the last part. So we've got to move it so it becomes the first paragraph of the document. Simple. Control X to cut. Go to the top. Make a space. Control V to paste. There we go. So it's the first paragraph top. Now insert the heading International Coffee and Tea Traders. So at the top here, International Coffee and Tea Traders. Right, at the beginning of the document, make the heading right aligned. The heading. So this is the heading, okay? So we're going to right align that. To align the right and set the font size to the heading of 18 point. Okay, to font size of the heading to 18 points. There you are. Now make only the words coffee and tea to the heading bold italic. Obviously you can select these headings here as well if you want. Okay, so that looks like a bold italic to me. So, but I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to do it this way. Oh, coffee and tea, not tea traders. See if it looks the same. No, it doesn't. Bold italic. Done. Okay. Right. Now insert. So this is on internet. Yeah, it's on 18 points. Right, so it says insert a subheading, our first 10 years of trading, on a new line below the heading. So new line below the headings, all you do, click at the end of the heading here, new line. I'm just going to type it out here because it's going to ask me to format it and do stuff. Anyway, first 10 years of trading. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that now because it's going to ask me to do stuff anyway. So it says set the font size of this subheading to 16 points. 16. There we go. Make the subheading centered aligned. There we are. Center a line here. Set the subheading to sans serif. So remember, the sans serif are the rounded fonts that look more modern. Okay, I stick to 2 as a rule. I'm just going to stick to Arial rounded. No, I'm not going to do Arial rounded because it's already bold. So if we have to change anything to bold, it might not recognise it. So I'm just going to go with Arial. It's a safer bet. Make the subheading. Insert a page break after the subheading and before the body of the text. Okay, now where we left off, so insert the page break. So, page break after the subheading and before the body of the text. Okay, so I'm just going to enter there, then go to insert. Just going to extend this so we can see it. Right, and page break. There we go. Okay, so that's what it wants us to do. Right, now, so that's our page break after the subheading. So change the bulleted list, as you can see here, to a numbered list starting with 1. So all we've got to do is just simply find the list. So scroll down, here's the list, highlight it, and then go to home where you should see the bullets and select the list. There we go. And it started with 1. Indent this numbered list by at least 2 centimeters. So indentations are here. Right, so first line indent to 2 centimeters. Okay, so, and I think I'm going to move. Oh, no, it keeps moving. That silly break there. Okay, move that there. And there we go. So it's all indent. Yes, it is. Sorry. Yes, it is all indented to 2 centimeters, as you can see, using a ruler. So find the table at the end of the document. Okay, we need to add delete the last row of the table and add a 4th column. Okay, very straightforward to do, and you should know how to do it. We've done this for my students in class. So here we are. Just highlight the bottom row and delete the cells. So delete entire row. There we go. And then here, click on the last column and insert columns to the right. There we are. Okay. So now, so it says, so add the 4th column, enter the following data into the new column. So I'm going to enter the new data. Oops. So budget allocated, and that would be 3,000, 2,500, 1,500. Okay, so format the text to the heading row of the table as centered, aligned and italic. So this is the heading row here, so you just highlight this area and go to, so what does it want? It wanted heading row to be center, aligned and italic. Center, aligned and italic. There we go. Make the columns, make the numbers in the last column right aligned. So just highlight the numbers here, right align them. Then it says apply a light grey shading to the cells at the top of the row of the table. So there we go. Highlight this top row again and light grey shading is right here. This may be annoying you slightly because you probably would have thought, oh, I would have done that because I would have seen it already. But I do strongly advise you to go by the list as you see it, okay? Because you are in front of that computer for 2.5 hours. And after spending, you know, a fair amount of time making videos myself, I'm starting to feel a little bit nauseous, and you can get confused and you can start to lose your way. So it's better just to go by the list. Okay, so place the image N8 coffee JPEG at the beginning of the paragraph that starts with our range of coffees selected only from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Control F on that. Let's see if it talks any more about the table. Not much. So what I'm going to do actually, before I do the Control F, I'm going to bring that table in. So as you can see, most of it is disappearing off the page. So let's extend this. Just move this in. There we go. Okay. In fact, I may be able to center it like there we go. That looks better. Alright, because I don't want to forget about that and then print it right at the end of the exam. Okay, so, right, now, okay, so at the beginning of the paragraph starts our range of coffees. So, Control F, our range of coffees. There we go, our range of coffees right here. Okay, so, get rid of that navigation. And we need to insert the paragraph. Okay, where it is. Okay. Right, so just simply go to Insert, Pictures, and we're going to pick that picture up from my documents. So like I said, as you can see, I'm going to navigate around a fair bit, but for you, you will have one place where all your files are, and hopefully you shouldn't have a problem picking them up. Okay, so where are my past papers? Here we go. And there it is. Inserted. There we go. Right, so align it to the top line of the paragraph to the left margin. Okay, which I believe it's there, but we need to do some editing. Right, crop the image so that the coffee pot is visible. Okay, so basically it wants me to crop out the teacup. So here we go. Only the coffee pot is visible now. Right, just to let you know, I'm on 13 minutes. So if this video cuts out, I'll restart another video because we've still got quite a few more steps to go. So resize the image to 9 centimeters and maintain the aspect ratio. So I'm going to right click on this image. And I'm going to go to, should be properties, let's look at the picture here, and size. There we go. So it's got the aspect ratio, and the height you can see is 103 centimeters, so it's there. And I'm going to click on the image again, go to format, and the height is supposed to be, as they say, 9 centimeters. So 9 centimeters it is. Actually, I'm going to type in 9.cm, and that maintains its aspect ratio. There we go. Okay. So now make sure the text wraps around the image so it looks like this. Right, so you select that, go to format, wrap text, and you select type. And there we go. Now we can see it actually looks like the way it's supposed to, as you can see on the image there.